got that triple underline. But then why do we have to research for ourselves? I think it's 2 or 3 places in Quran. I know one with Ibrahim. Oh Lord, how do you do this and how do you give? He said, what you don't believe, I believe. I just want to, when I tell the people, I want to say, I know this for myself. That was one case with Ibrahim. When Allah said, put this over here, this over there. And with Esau also. So, there's a little bit of this in us, in our study and our research. There's a lot of talking here about love. Never forget that. And how do we get back to that? Because it's strategic. It's not being a marshmallow. It makes sense. The other thing about these things, if Allah puts certain things in you, then you don't violate those things. Allah put them there for a reason. If Allah in Jahiliyyah gave you the ability for people to come and tell you so many ridiculous stories, then instead of killing them, you laughed at them and gave them some more product so they would come back and tell you another. At first, you might have looked, I must look like a damn fool. What the guy just told me. And he ain't batting his eye, he's just running that. That is really something. He's not ashamed. He doesn't. Bodacious, unrepentant, unrestricted, unbounded lying. That's what Mutar did. And everybody in Oakland went along with it. And everybody here too. Got to think about it. They thought it was going to work. They were certain. We got Oakland together. Now we're coming to D.C. That's what they said. And everybody is ready to deliver their story. The household is ready to say, da 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 da. And they're thinking peer group pressure. Remember, they really believe it. They really believe it. Remember your study of history, there's a big help. One thing I learned, when I was leaving the country, I left by myself. When I was in the hole, I went by myself. And so you already know, it ain't bad. That's the way it is. When you winning, when you batting 400, when you getting all the touchdowns, when everything is going your way, everybody's with you. But when your body gets all broke up and you need help in the bathtub to soak in hot water so you can try to play your last season or the last 2 seasons, and you're taking a whole pot full of dope, really real dope painkillers, you know what I mean? And everybody will spend up all your money, and you're going to try to get these last 2 seasons out to have enough money till you can slide by. Is anybody going to be there? Hell no, they're not going to be there. Is that bad? Absolutely not. It's normal. It's normal. We accept that. That's historical, that's Quran. What we are studying is And this big jump, like that's what we're into now. We headed, don't worry about how we're starting out. We're starting out as we always do, just cruising along. In fact, we're going to move into the billion-dollar bracket without breaking a sweat. You know, time. I believe in that 30-year cycle. I believe in 30 years we'll still be around. I won't be with 103, but that's what I believe. Therefore, I'm working at that pace. I don't have to work. We have to work at that pace. But this one is the big one. It's the big one because that's what we're planning. That's what we're thinking. That's what we're talking about. From everything I know, since that's what you're planning, that's what you're thinking, it's historical. That's where you're going. It don't make no difference what nobody else feel about it. That's where we're going to wind up. The lowest we'll be is in the billion-dollar bracket. That's the lowest we're going to be. And if it comes out standard, we'll be like a medium-sized country. But we're going to be effective, and we're going to be, no matter how many people or what we got going, we're going to be, have engineered ourselves in a position where we can influence direction of change. That's what we always say. With Allah's help, that's where we're going to be. And a lot of people are going to come along with us too. A lot of people coming along with us. Because a lot of people will realize, not will realize, there's a lot of people already have realized. Inside the government and outside the government. We couldn't be right here, right now. We didn't convince somebody. Because they stole all my paperwork November 13th. But on April the 19th, everything they showed at the trial was exactly what I wanted them to. I was going in November to put that package together. They put it together. But they put it together for their own reasons. It don't make no difference. It doesn't make no difference what their reasons was. We get all kind of assistance. Because you can't do all the stuff we talk about. Everything that killed everybody else with one punch, they done hit us in combination for decades and it don't have no effect. Boom! Dar fell. Boom! Islamic Party run out of the country just because the Negroes were stealing their tape decks and stuff out of it. We got to get away from this Negro. That's what the leadership said. Was our Freddie. He just wasn't aware, that's all. Little simple stuff. The stuff they did was children's stuff. The stuff they did to our favorite hero was childish. Child stuff. Your car, hell. When they stopped me with a car, just like all them cars, I tell them the same thing. You got it. I don't like it, I ain't gonna. You just take this card and you can go out. I said, I don't want it. You run up behind me with the light flashing, popped out of nowhere, hiding in a corner. You want it, you keep it. And you have to arrest others you want, you keep them too. That's just an attitude. That means that they cannot manipulate and they cannot control your response to reality. But this global transition, everybody's going to be involved. how are you going to get all those people to focus on a common goal, common thing, and they're not even trained in us? Russians don't have no training in us. British don't have no training in us. The Americans sure don't, right? And the Muslims don't have none either so far, right? Our South Africans, our Iranians, right? How is it that the Negro got to tighten this up for everybody? Is it arrogance? Is it stupidity? Is it misreading of environmental circumstances? I don't think so. I think we've been handed the ball and they handed it to the right people. That we got 40 or 50 years or 40 years of conscious training to deal with it. That's the difference between ourselves and our brothers. They just didn't get a chance, that's all. Hell, they don't have a chance. It ain't fair, but they didn't have a chance. The white man just washed them out. And our great imams, it's as simple as, it's not arrogance, it's just not being aware. And other people didn't say nothing. If I would have known, I'd have said, hell, I gave you 2 or 3 cars and it's all of this. And the police gonna harass you? Hell, I see the police 3, 4, sometimes every day, right? At different times in history. Look how simple it was. It was simple. Just let it go. That's all. I'm not saying Khadijah and Mukhtar put out a thing saying, I'm just a nobody. He put that out as though I said he's a nobody. A lot of the stuff he said them as though I said them. Which I ain't said nothing. Everything I said to them is right here on the CDs. It's mainly love and assistance. I told them that they are inferiority complexes with Abdul-Malik there. And they made them, and you could tell at our conference, feel that they were inadequate because they didn't have a degree. And the dumbest thing in the world, not the dumbest, a degree from who? People in school. Where did they get their degree? From other teachers in school. Excuse the expression, they don't know shit. That's what I try to tell the kids. I said, somebody brainwashed you, you would rather listen to the teacher. The teacher ain't never had no fight. The teachers are in the system. If the system turned against one of them teachers, they commit suicide. If the teacher, anybody's in the system, if the system turns on it, they don't know what to do. Well, he's a great business professor. Well, why ain't he doing no business? They say if you can't do it, teach it. If you can't do business, teach it. Hell, just read it, get the book and read it. I said experience. The teachers haven't been nowhere, they don't know nobody, and they haven't been involved in nothing. They haven't challenged nothing. They were not even in a union. They never challenged. You can't find out about nothing unless you challenge the reality, right? Then you all of a sudden you find out, I thought we had freedom of speech. I just said, well, you do have, technically, you can say what you want, but it's going to cost you, buddy. Why would they do that to me? I worked there for 15 years. I gave my time, and I even brought my family on board. I missed all my vacations. I did all of that, and look what they do to me. All I said was, I said, that's right. All you said was. And can you imagine what we've dealt with? There's so many things. Imagine. We've dealt with, when they talk about hand-picked Negroes, hand-picked media. Remember, we was there with the Answer Coalition. We was there before when they first, when, what's his name, Ramsey Clark, man, took them white boys to Iraq talking about, what was that, nuclear?
Depleted uranium.
Huh?
Depleted uranium.
Depleted uranium. Long time ago. They became experts. Then they got the Answer Coalition of Races. And we know how funny they acted with us. But we know they speakers down there, they got their hired preachers, they got their hired crew, they had their Marty Brays, they had their preachers, they had everybody, right? And then when you look on the media now, there's Brian Becker, there's his brother, they're experts. So alternative media, the regular media, you see that's a bunch of jive. So was alternative media. Can you imagine the experience we've had? Did we know it? Well, if the organization is headed by the ex-attorney general, it'd take a crackpot not to